What's up, guys? In this video we're going to be looking at the top stocks to watch right now, guys. This company that I'm going to be talking about is going to be doing a merger and going public, just like how Nikola and Helion stock is going to do. I'm also going to be going over exactly why NEO stock is unstoppable. It's going to the upside a lot. We're also going to go over exactly what happened in the stock market, and all this information is going to be coming up, guys, so make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. Alright, guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, guys. So the company that I'm going to be talking about is called Fisker. So electric vehicle maker Fisker plans to go public in similar fashion to rival Nikola, guys. So this is great news if you're somebody that is really passionate about investing in electric vehicle. There's been a lot of companies that actually came up this specific year doing a lot of mergers, like Nikola, like Helion, and these up-and-coming companies, they're taking advantage of this hot market. There's a lot of funds, there are a lot of investors that want to invest in the future, which is going to be electric vehicles, so this company's probably going to be doing a merger with this company called SPAQ, the Spartan Energy Acquisition Corporation. Now, this company, it had a deadline of 2 years, to do kind of a merger and go IPO some company to be traded publicly, but that time kind of ran out, so they kind of filed with the SEC to extend that specific timeline. So since they have like a deal that kind of they were working on with this specific company, this is just basically speculation, since when they filed their SEC filings, they mentioned that they have someone that does this company, they have this specific company, that they actually and works with and talks with, actually signed like a deal, but they didn't mention the exact company. But people are speculating that this is the company that they're potentially going to take IPO, and that is really great news, because this is the company that it's run by Fisker. We're going to be looking at exactly the company car and him explaining, the CEO explaining exactly what makes this car special, and etc. guys. So let's just watch this video.
We do have a very large screen, but it kind of is bent and flows in to some hard buttons down here. We got these big buttons up here, but we have actually created these 5 haptic buttons that kind of runs out of the screen, and it's the 5 buttons you use most. It's fan speed to get temperature up and down, it's the temperature, home button, find, search, and volume. Because when you drive a car and it's, the road might be a little bumpy, you want to be able to quickly reach out to something. We also have a small screen here in front of the driver where we can just see, basic information like speed, maybe the charging, etc. And then of course we've got a few buttons on the steering wheel as well. What's really unique about the interior is the sustainability of this interior. It is fully vegan interior, but we also use a lot of recyclable parts in this material. So all the carpets in this material is made from recyclable waste from the ocean. Got a really interesting pattern. We got an interesting pattern up here, like a paramedic pattern, which is for the loudspeakers, to give it kind of a high quality feeling. Something that also is unique is the way that the white trim flows down in front of the window and flows up again. So we have tried to create this very simple yet luxurious interior. Down here you can actually put like a woman's purse or some other stuff down here, because we don't have, normally you have air conditioning units or other things down here in the center console. We have moved all that out in the front of the vehicle, fixed the hood in the front of the vehicle, because you don't really need to get under the hood. There's no oil to change or anything like that. So I think the way most companies today are working is you want to make everything ready as autonomous features starts getting more and more prominent. It probably will take many years until we get to the highest level of autonomy. This vehicle, we have all the hardware that's necessary. We got 2 radars out in the front, a middle range and a short range. We got 9 cameras, so we got everything that is ready, and we are aiming to be sort of state of the art what's available out there. We don't really want to take huge risk at this point in time. We're not going to develop our own autonomous features. We want to work together with partners to do that, because I think ultimately this is going to be a very regulated area where you're going to want to have very reliable technology that you can implement and make people feel safe, that it really works, has been tested, So I think it's important to have some big partners that are spending billions of dollars in this area. So the California mode is about having fun and creating utility at the same time. So the idea is that you can roll down all the windows, and normally you can just roll down the 2 windows on each side, which is the doors, but there's also a 3rd window that goes down as well, and then there's the rear hatch window that also goes down, and then of course the roof opens up, so it's kind of 9 glass panels that opens, and it gives you kind of that open convertible feeling, but still driving in a very safe, strong SUV. So the starting price is $37,499. After the federal tax credit, it's actually $29,999 here in the US, which I think is very attractive, as good as any gasoline car. But we also offer a flexible lease, where you can lease it for $379 a month, $2,999 down, and we do it all through our Fisker app. And you can go in there, order the car for $250. But the point of this is, when somebody gives back their car, we will deploy it back out. So in this model, we are not really encouraging anybody to keep changing their car every year, every 2 years, which is normal in the car industry, because we have a reoccurring revenue. We don't just do a one-time sale where we need you to go and buy another car in 2 years. And we think long-term, that's a lot more sustainable. So if we create a high-quality car that we can keep putting out, we service it, we make the maintenance, we're not throwing away cars. We deploy them on different levels to people depending on the affordability, and after maybe 8 or 10 years, we can take the car back and recycle it. Everything around this vehicle, it's a real vehicle, it's not just a show car.
As you just saw from the video, guys, so the CEO just explained exactly the interior part of the car, and the range for this specific car is going to be 250 to 300 miles, all electric range, in the vegan interior and recycled material, unique flexible lease, and it looks really good. It looks kind of like the Neo SUV, dramatic dimensions, functional utility, and also they have it looks really super cool. And it's California mode, just like how the CEO explained to us, the foresight suitable for the inside out. And this is what makes it special. Flexible leasing and purchase options, starting at $379 per month. Flexi payment, one-time initiation and activation, starting price of $2,999 due at subscription. High mileage allowance of 30,000 miles per year with monthly rollover. No hidden cost, includes full service and maintenance. Flexible term, no long-term commitment. Purchase for $37,499, and you basically can buy this at $30K with the federal tax credit. So if you have that available, so it looks pretty good. So we'll see how this spec play is going to be going. People are really passionate about investing in this electric vehicle sector, and as you can see over here, this company, when people kind of speculated and kind of saw, when they did a lot of research, that this company might potentially be the one that's going to be going, IPOing. So, they kind of jumped in and went from 11 to close to, $18, at this specific price point, so that is one of the things that we saw within the past few days. So now let's look at exactly why Neo stock just continued to go to the upside. As you can see over here, today it added, another 2.81%. At one time it went above $15, and it kind of pulled back a little bit right before the market. The main reason why Neo stock just keeps going up is they potentially secured a 1.42 billion line of credit from Chinese banks, so that is really, really fantastic, because this is one of the main things that this company struggles with. It's this finances, so if they can secure another line of credit, if they can get more money so they can, work on the delivery, because they have orders, but sometimes, these companies, when they get a lot of surges of orders, they need the capital to build these specific cars. Every time this company builds a new car, they're actually losing money, unfortunately. So these company really needs lots of money, lots of cash. That's why they do a lot of offering in the stock. They dilute the shares a lot to raise money. But now they got this $1.42 billion line of credit, so that's really, really fantastic for this company growth. So that is great news for Neo. But now let's move on to what happened to the stock market today, guys. As you can see over here, guys, so the leading for today was Netflix was just going up a lot. It added an extra 8.2 2.7%. It just went up, shot up. Their anticipation earnings are coming up pretty soon. So right when these kind of people anticipate there's going to be positive earnings, the stock just continues to rise up with anticipation of positive news that's going to be coming out. We got Amazon that just ran up, Google, Facebook, and they're not up that much, but they did a good job. So it was relatively kind of a good green day today. As you can see, most of the sectors were kind of like positive, except from the healthcare sector. A few companies are actually pulling back today. We got the financial markets also kind of participating. They had really good, JP Morgan up 5.47%. So that's really, really fantastic to see, the market just going up. It was kind of slow at the beginning of the day, and it kind of pushed back right at the end of the day, guys. So that's really fantastic to see, guys. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to be making another video tomorrow, guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions, make sure you drop in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. But I'll catch you guys on another video next time, tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.